G'day guys, welcome to Rumble's Fish Room. So I've got a few jobs that I've got to do around the fish room. I got to finish the waterfall tank, I've got to strip some African cichlids, and I really need to have a clean up. I need to plumb some tanks, but I'm going to do something else. All the important stuff, let's just push that aside and let's do something fun because I want to. So see this tank up here? That's got all the Viha in it. Oh man, I can't say it right. We're just going with Viha. And basically, there's some serious aggression up there. So I've got all the flowerhorns out in the shed there. There's a heap of culls. I've hardly culled the group out there. So I kind of want to go out. I'm going to go out there and start catching some, and I want to move some of the culls and females into that tank there to spread the aggression. I want to load that tank with as many fish as I can, pretty much. And I've decided, instead of like killing the culls, start using them as tools in other places where I can. I've also got a new a little thing I want to try. The boys that I've got lined up here, I want to try putting a small girl with them when they're growing up to try and tame them when they get bigger, so they're a bit more friendly. I've noticed when the boys are like 12 centimeters, if you put like a 5 centimeter girl in there, they don't seem to attack them for some reason. So I might run with that theory on a couple of boys and see if they become good breeders. I just want to show you the flowerhorns quickly before we get stuck into the video, the ones in the room. Alright, so I do have a little bit of sad news. My basket of fry, I lost most of them. There's like 5 or 6 survivors in there that I'll keep feeding. Basically, I didn't hatch brine shrimp. I tried to raise them on some ground powder, this stuff here, and they didn't take to it. So, just my fault really. I should have hatched brine shrimp. I've got the brine shrimp hatchery right there, and I was just being lazy. But the good news is this girl has laid again. Then there's some more bad news on top of that good news. I didn't get the male in there to fertilize them. I didn't even know she was gonna lay. She went from like looking normal to eggs on the plate overnight. Normally you get like a day's notice with the tube half down and that, not this time. I just want to take a second to appreciate this guy's head coverage. Look at the pearling over his head. I said it in the members video yesterday, but like all his brothers and sisters definitely don't have as much head coverage as him. So I find it really interesting how much head coverage this guy has. I'm so fascinated by him. I actually should take this divider out now they're not doing so well. I'll move those 5 somewhere tomorrow, I think. And also this pair here, they're not going to do it now, I've turned the camera on, but they're cleaning the plate. I think this guy's awesome as well. I know I'm biased because they're my fish, but any of the OGs, this is actually a brother to the little Thai silk girl that I had like a year ago, and I was devastated when I lost her. But I think good things come to those who wait. This boy fell into my lap. He's from over east, but he was already imported into Australia, into WA, so it was a local that owned him, and he gave him to me really cheap. I pretty much only paid the same amount as the shipping for him. So yeah, good things sometimes come to those who wait. He's a vicious bastard, but he'll take your finger off. I think should be a pretty good pairing. She's a short body girl. Keep getting a frog in my throat when I make videos the last couple of weeks. I promise I'm not getting sick. Hopefully they breed, hopefully they breed. Anyway, this isn't even what today's video is about, but I am excited. It's pretty cool watching two pairs breeding / almost breeding at the same time. Let's go have a look at what we're doing. Alright, so I'm going to start trying to catch fish out of this 8 foot. I don't know how I'm going to go. It's not going to be easy. I've been dreading this moment really. If any of you saw a previous video, I made the fish trap to start catching them. These fish are now too big for my fish trap. So I need to reinvent the wheel. I need to make a bigger fish trap, but that's not today. We're going to try with the net. It's been dark. It's actually night time, so they're a little bit sleepy. We'll see if we can catch some. And if you don't like seeing fish out of water, you probably want to tune out of the video now. I know there's probably not many of you watching that mind that, but I thought I'd just give a bit of a how you going before I get started. I'm not going to film me trying to catch them. I'm just going to film the fish, if that makes sense, because I don't know how hard this is going to be. Alright, number uno. So this one will actually be a good breeder, but I'm still going to put her up in the tank up there. Any girls that I catch, I'm going to put in that tank, even if they're suitable breeders, simply because I'm trying to pull as many girls out of here, because I'm trying to reduce the aggression between the boys. I'm also thinking about taking the bigger boys out of the IBC and putting them up there, so there's more boys to like share the fighting. So like if you got a war against like 20 people, less people get hurt maybe. No, that's the worst analogy I've made in my life. Anyway, I'm gonna catch the next one. Alright, so I added light for me, but it's made it worse viewing for you. This girl here I've been watching for a few days. I thought she was getting beaten up, but it turns out she's fading. So this girl might be a useful tool for me. She's got a nice short face. Besides nothing actually. She's lacking the red, but I think that's because she's fading. So I actually think this might be a future breeder for me. But she's still going in the fish room because I wanted to get girls out of this tank. Alright, so this one is 100% a cull. It's got next to no red on it, which is kind of the tank situation as well. And they're only getting fed on, what do you call it, shitty food. Anyway, it's got a real triangle face. The script is really broken up. It's not broken up enough for me to like want to do a scriptless line. I'll throw her in there now. I don't want to hold her out too long. So she's a cull, but she's going in that tank just because I'm trying to load that tank up. Alright, let's catch the next one. Alright, so next one exactly the same as the last one, if not even worse. I feel like part of my channel is me dropping fish on the ground. Oh, and if anyone's wondering, there's a bucket at my feet, and that's where I'm putting the fish right now. I'm not just throwing them on the ground. Well, that one did land on the ground, but you know what I mean. Alright, now this girl here is pretty mint. She's got solid scripting. She's got a bit of a double script happening, and she's lacking the red, but like I said, I'm feeding them really crappy food. It's not crappy as in they're growing really well on it. It's just crappy as in there's no color enhancers or anything. She's got a fairly short face. I don't think I'm going to put this one in the VH tank. I think I'm going to put this one with one of the boys. Alright, so this one, another ripper, I believe. Anyway, it's got a reasonably full script. There's a bit of a gap at the front there. It's a little bit beakier than the last one, but I wouldn't call it beaky. I call it beaky. That line down the front there, if that protrudes more and there's like a kink in the middle near the eyes, that's when I start to class it as beaky. Once again, lacking red, but coming out of that tank, I'm not looking for reds. Alright, so I know I keep saying this, but this one's a future breeder for sure. Look at the pearls on this girl. She's an absolute ripper. She's a little bit more triangle in the head than the last couple I showed you, but this girl's a banger. I might put her in that tank too, the other one, the 5 foot. Alright, I know I keep saying it, but this one is a ripper. Yeah, it's definitely a girl. Alright, so I dropped the fish. I'm going to put it straight in the bucket. Sorry you didn't get to see that one very well, guys. I dropped the fish and my phone at the same time. I don't even know where my phone came from. It must have been in my pocket. I didn't even realise. Anyway, this is really hard. I'm struggling to... I said I wanted to pull as many girls out as I could and put them in the VH tank. But there's just so many nice ones, I feel bad putting them in there. But I'm just at the point where I'm out of space. So somebody actually asked me the other day, or multiple people have said, do I sell girls? The short answer is yes. I just don't advertise girls. I only sell them if people ask me for them. So yeah, if you want to ask, just ask. So this is the bit where you got to be really critical as a breeder. Look, this girl's got really nice script. It's got some strong pearls coming through, but she's just too beaky for my liking. If you look above the eye there, you can kind of see like a crease where the head changes angle to the face. That is the one thing I'm not about. That line has to be straight for me to like a female. And then obviously a male is the opposite, the head overhangs the... But she's got trailing fins, double script. She's got some script on the head there. She's got everything going for her except for the head shape. If I was pressed for females, I wouldn't refuse to use her, but considering the catalogue I've got to choose from, I wouldn't use her. The one good thing she has going for her is she has a short body. And even though I'm not a huge fan of short bodies are a great breeding utensil. Alright, so first time tonight I've managed to catch 2. This one here, reasonably short, good script, good pearls. She would definitely be a good breeder. This one here, nice straight face. I like that straight line by the eyes. Reasonably short body, solid script, good pearling. This is a good breeder in my opinion. I'm saying that about a few of them. I've only done one cull on this group before, but I culled quite heavy, and I'm actually pretty proud of myself. I did a cull at 3 centimeters, and I think I did pretty well considering the quality of what I'm pulling out now, and I haven't done a cull since 3 centimeters. Alright, so I found a deformed one. So I haven't had a... I don't think... I've never shown one like this on camera before. This is probably about as bad as they come. So this girl is completely missing her tail. She's got no tail. She's got no pearls. She's got half a script. That's pretty much worst case. Not pretty much. That is literally the worst flowerhorn I have bred to my remembrance. So I'm just showing that. So I bred 2 flowerhorns, completely different bloodlines. You still get deformities. They're flowerhorns at the end of the day. That's part of what happens, and that was part of my explanation video the other day. Deformities are deformities. It just depends what you do with them, and culling them is the correct thing to do. Alright, so I went to a bit of an effort, and I just spent a bit of time hunting for the worst one in there. So check this out. It's a girl. It's got... I like the scripting and the bold pearling on the script, but besides that, it's no good. It's beaky. It's got almost no pearls along the bottom half of it. Really a perfect example of a cull. There's not a chance I would let that leave my doors. And on that note, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. I'm going to go through these in the other tank. Like I said, unfortunately with Viha, there's always going to be deaths. They are crazy fish, and I would rather use fish that I'm going to euthanize to spread the aggression than them kill each other, if you know what I mean. In the wild, these fish eat each other. Obviously not flowerhorns because they're captive bred, but it's a dog-eat-dog world out in the waters. So I'm just creating my own little mini dog-eat-dog world. I know this video is going to be a little bit alarming to some people, but it's just part of what I have to do as a flowerhorn breeder. I accept that I have to cull fish. That's about all I've got to say on the subject. I know I'm probably going to get some negative comments, but you guys know that I'm completely transparent with my fish room, and the transparency doesn't end at culling fish. I'm telling you guys what I'm doing. So anyway, guys, if you like this video, give a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe for more, hit that little red button. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.